Valmiki Ramayana, Kishkindha Kanda, Book number 4, Sarga 4, Roman numerals IV 4, Lakshman's reply. Cheered by the words that Rama spoke, joy in the Vanar's breast awoke, and as his friendly mood he knew, his thoughts to Sugriva flew. His thoughts to King Sugriva flew. Again he mused, my high-souled lord shall rule to kingly state restored. Since one so mighty comes to save, and freely gives the help we crave. Then joyous Hanuman, the best of all the Vanar kind, addressed these words to Rama, trained of yore in all the arts of speaker's lore. Why do your feet this forest tread, by sylvan life inhabited? This awful maze of tree and thorn, which Pampa's flowering groves adorn. He spoke, obedient to the eye of Rama. Lakshman made reply, the name and fortune to unfold of Raghu's son, the lofty souled. True to the law of fame unstained, the glorious Dasharatha reigned, and steadfast in his duty long, kept the four castes from scathe and wrong. Through his wide realm his will was done, and loved by all, he hated none. Just to each creature, great and small, like the God's sire, he cared for all. The Agnistom, as priests advised, and various rites he solemnized, where ample largesse ever paid the Brahmans for their holy aid. Here Rama stands, his heir by birth, whose name is glorious in the earth. Sure refuge he of all oppressed, most faithful to his sire's behest. He, Dasharatha's eldest born, whom gifts above the rest adorn, Lord of each high imperial sign, the glory of his kingly line. Reft of his right, expelled from home, came forth with me the woods to roam. And Sita, too, his faithful dame, forth with her virtuous husband came. Like the sweet light when day is done, still cleaving to her lord the sun. And me his sweet perfections drew, to follow as his servant true. Named Lakshman, brother of my lord, of grateful heart, with knowledge stored. Most meet is he all bliss to share, who makes the good of all his care. While power and lordship cut away, in the wild wood he chose to stay. A giant came, his name unknown, and stole the princess, left alone. Then Didi's son, who cursed of yore the semblance of a Rakshasa wore, to King Sugriva bade us turn the robber's name and home to learn. For he, the Vanar chief, would know the dwelling of our secret foe. Such words of hope spake Didi's son, and sought the heaven his deeds had won. Thou hast my tale from first to last, thine ears have heard whate'er has passed. Rama, the mighty Lord, and I, for refuge to Sugriva fly. The prince whose arm bright glory gained o'er the whole earth as monarch reigned, and richest gifts to others gave, is come Sugriva's help to crave. Son of a king, the surest friend of virtue him who loved to lend. His succor to the suffering weak is come Sugriva's aid to seek. Yes, Raghu's son, whose matchless hand protected all this sea-girt land. The virtuous prince, my holy guide, for refuge seeks Sugriva's side. His favor sent on great and small should ever save and prosper all. He now to win Sugriva's grace has sought his woodland dwelling place. Son of a king of glorious fame, who knows not the Sharata's name, from whom all princes of the earth received each honor due to worth. Heir of that best of earthly kings, Rama the prince, whose glory rings through realms below and earth and skies, for refuge to Sugriva flies. Nor should the Vanar king refuse the boon for which the suppliant sues, but with his forest legions speed to save him in his utmost need. Sumitra's son, his eyes bedewed with piteous tears, thus sighed and sued. Then, trained in all the arts that guide, the speaker Hanuman replied, Ye lords like you of wisest thought, whom happy fate has hither brought, who vanquish ire and rule each sense, most of our Lord have audience. Reft of his kingdom, sad, forlorn, once Bali's hate, now Bali's scorn. Defeated, severed from his spouse, wandering under forest boughs. Child of the sun, our Lord and King, Sugriva will his succors bring. And all our Vanar hosts combined will trace the dame you long to find. With gentle tone and winning grace, thus spake the chief of Vanar race. And then to Raghu's son he cried, Come, haste we to Sugriva's side. He spoke, and for these words so sweet, good Lakshman paid all honor meet. Then turned and cried to Raghu's son, Now deem thy task already done. Because of this chief of Vanar kind, son of the god who rules the wind, declare Sugriva's self would be assisted in his need by thee. Bright gleam of joy his cheek o'erspread, as each glad word of hope he said. And ne'er will one so valiant deign to cheer our hearts with hope in vain. He spoke, and Hanuman the wise cast off his mendicant disguise, and took again his Vanar form, son of the god of wind and storm. High on his ample back in haste, Raghu's heroic sons he placed, and turned with rapid steps to find the sovereign of the Vanar kind. Absolutely beautiful. Footnotes 327:1. In our own metrical romances, or whenever a poem is meant not for readers but for chanters and oral reciters, these formula to meet the same recurring case exist by scores. Thus, every woman in these metrical romances who happens to be young is described as so bright of complexion. So bright of complexion. Always a man goes the mountenance of a mule before he overtakes or is overtaken. The mountenance of a mule. And so on through a vast bedroll of cases. In the same spirit, Homer has his eternal blah blah blah. To reader of sensibility, such recurrences wear an air of childlike simplicity, beautifully recalling the features of Homer's primitive age. But they would have appeared false to all commonplace critics in literary ages. De Quincey, Homer and the Homeride. De Quincey. 3272 Brahmanas, the sacerdotal caste, Kshatriyas, the royal and military, Vaishyas, the mercantile, and Shudras, the servile. 327.3 a protracted sacrifice extended over several days. See Book 1, page 21, note. 327.1b possessed of all the auspicious personal marks that indicate capacity of universal sovereign. See Book 1, page 2, note 3. 327.2b Kanda. See Book 3, Canto LXXIII 73. Wow. Possessed of all the auspicious personal marks that indicate capacity of the universal sovereign. That's Rama. When he appeared, every single royal insignia came like a personified servant of Rama, to serve Rama as an emblem of sovereignty. Rama possesses all royal insignias. Protracted sacrifice extended over several days. The Brahmanas, the sacerdotal caste, recalling the features of Homer's primitive age. Yeah, no. Yep. That's how the secret societies, cabal, Abrahamic cabal that's creating this silly evolution theories as if we were primitive people or came from a primitive setting of cave dwellers. That's not the case. It's not the case. When you read Ramayana, then you find out that yes, okay, Hanuman was part of a royalty of Vanara race. He is the son of a wind god. He was expert in all kinds of virtues and all kinds of yogic yogic powers. He was able to expand his body tall. He was able to change his form at will. He was disguised as a mendicant when he met for the first time Lakshman and Hanuman. Lakshman and Rama. So obviously, we're not talking about primitive people. We are talking about fully self-realized souls with great yogic cities, with great virtue accounts. Their virtue bank accounts were filled till the top, and they were so powerful. They could fly in the air. They could change the form. They could disappear. They could do so many amazing feats. So it was not a primitive age. It was the age of virtue practicing, and there was no need for all this satanic, materialistic, motor car civilization where everybody is um, completely lost. So the repetition is the mother of wisdom. It's good to have over and over nice repetitions going on. It's fine. Anyway, Raghu's sons, Rama and Lakshman, their names are going to be known all over the world. Rama, Rome, Roma, Krishna, Christ, Lakshman, Alexander, the Library of Alexandria. Lakshman was the repository of all the Shastra, of all the books, of all the weapons. Romans burned allegedly the Library of Alexandria. Rama burns Lakshman to the ground and sends him off and bans him and banishes him at the end of Ramayana. Lakshman was so broken-hearted, the greatest warrior that ever lived. And the Kali Yuga version of Lakshman is Alexander the Great. The whole world was Mahabharata. Mahabharata, Indo-European, Great Britain, the whole world. Jai Shri Ramayana ki Jai. Hail Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Ciao.